Hey guys, Waterninjafrog here with a different video today. As I'm sure you are all aware, Pokemon has just released a trailer for Sun and Moon. So today, I'm going to be looking at some of the highlights I took from both trailers with some screenshots and give my input on it. So without further ado, let's begin. So I wanted to start off with this first photo. This caught my attention right away. It's very much like they did with ORAS and X and Y, how they've been releasing information, but immediately, the sun and the moon parallel, the font just, I saw this at like 8 o'clock this morning and my heart just dropped. Oh, it's so good. And then the next photo I wanted to check out is this one. Now, this one is from the Japanese trailer that was released. And it's like a webcam sort of thing on a computer, because you can see there's your settings, there's your computer, and there's your another app. I can't see what that is up the top, but all that on the side, and it's the professor, whose name was revealed to be Kukui, which is the national tree of Hawaii, which basically makes me want to confirm that this guy is actually the professor of the region, even though later you see in the trailer he actually does not give you the Pokemon. Another person, which is confirmed named Hala, gives you the Pokemon, which is kind of bizarre. But then I wanted to point out to this. So this is the character. This is the character of a selection screen, and if you notice in the top right-hand corner, there's like the minimized, expand, and close one, like a computer, which makes me think that the last photo is actually the professor, like live, it's like basically Skyping you, and like this is the beginning of the game where you pick your character, which is actually kind of dope. That's got to be the beginning of the game, doesn't it? Because it even shows like the kid, like the little Japanese kid, playing the beginning of the game that he just got, and it's that scene. So it's more or less confirmed, in my opinion, that that's the beginning of the game, the actual game. Gotta love no branding. No branding. Alright. So yeah, and you can see here they've added a fourth skin color, making like a darker for darker people to actually get a cooler skin, which is nice. They're getting more and more diverse, which also, this screen alone basically confirms to me that character customization is a thing, because if you can customize your skin, why can't you customize your clothes? That's how I see it, to be honest. And then we get to this shot that I took, which is you and the professor, where it shows his name is Kukui, which is actually kind of dope. There's nothing really there. I'm going through my photos. Give me a second, guys. These are all out of whack. The next thing I wanted to drop, and then here's your room, actually. Like, you can see here's the globe, there's a TV in the corner with the Wii U, you can see it, and if it pans out. The skinny Pikachu, with some pepperonis, fat Pikachu, you are the best. And the outfit, is just okay. It's nothing really like too fancy, which is why I'm actually more or less convinced that character customization is coming back tremendously. And then here, the Paradise. This is where it basically confirms that it's more or less based off Hawaii for me. Because you can see later, screenshot, you'll see the entire like region. I'll show it next. Like here's the Alola region. Alola. I just realized if Alomomola is not in this region, that's a crime. It's like this is literally at the beginning of his name. It should be in there. It really should. But yeah, Paradise cousin. This guy's literally Tito. Like, I'm just excited. This is so hype. And then I missed the screenshot, but I'll be sure to put it in, of this guy, Hala, actually throwing the Pokeballs alongside the professor, and they kind of look similar, which makes me feel like Hala is actually Kukui's father, and like he's like a Pokemon. Right, he races Pokemon that he gives out. He's the guy that raises the starter Pokemon that the professor gives out the new trainers, which that's right here. And then we have the starters. We have Rowlet, who is a grass flying type, finally knocking down Bulbasaur from his throne of the only Gen Pokemon that has dual typings to begin with right away. And it comes with a new move, Leafage, which honestly I have no idea what that does. But I'm gonna admit, after watching these trailers, the starters don't have me too hyped yet. And I mean that, like, they don't appeal to me. Like, my favorite Pokemon are Charizard and Greninja. Those two, as soon as I saw Charmander and Froakie, it basically clicked. Or Froakie. Oh, and I saw Charmander, it clicked like that. With Froakie, it took a little bit. It took a little bit until I saw Frogadier. As soon as I saw Frogadier, I immediately chose Froakie because Quilladin and Braixen just cut it for me. But enough about my stupidity. But yeah, like these three starters, none of them, like, they don't look like starters to me. Especially the water one, which I have a problem with just a little bit. But I don't know, like, so far it's between Rufflet and the next guy. He looks, he's a little bow tie. He looks like a coconut, really. It's really. I don't like birds. Real life birds, I despise. But maybe because I have a problem with real life birds. I do not have a problem with Pokemon birds. It's kind of in the middle. Some of them I hate, some of them I don't. I might just pick Rufflet despite myself. I mean, I like Blaziken even though I hate IRL chickens. I mean, I like eating chicken, but I don't like the bird chicken. Am I weird? I think I'm weird. Next we have Litten, that literally it's Lit Kit. This thing, I don't know, man. I don't know how to describe how I feel about it. Like, its Pokedex description talks about how, like, its oil, its fur is covered in oil that's like phosphorus in a way, like it can ignite, and like it has hot flaming fireballs or fur balls. Part of me wants to like this. Part of me immediately chose him because it looks like it's gonna be a fire dark type, but it's literally just a fire type right now. I don't know. And there's like that whole thing I saw where the fire starters are based off the Chinese zodiac, which means this guy's automatically the tiger. So who knows? I really don't know. It's just kind of there for me. Like, all the starters are just there. Like, the biggest takeaway is the spoiler alert, the legendaries, which I know all y'all have seen. It's just, I don't know how I can't make a choice. It's between Litten and Rufflet, because I'll show you the next guy. Popplio. Rule number 1. I hate clowns. They're right up there with birds IRL. Clowns, they creep me out. Birds, I hate from the hair. Birds, I can manage. Like, when I was a kid, I was attacked by a chicken. And so I've always hated birds. They never show emotion. Like, I can never look into a bird's eyes and like, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? It's just, that's literally all I find about best bird. Like, it literally just pecks and just, I don't know. I hate birds. But Rufflet, you can see a lot of emotion out of that little guy. Like, Pokemon birds, they like, you can see their thought processes. They have emotion, at least in the anime, which is what I basically most off. But clowns are just, they should not exist. Clowns are. And then you make another sea lion, and it's literally a clown sea lion. No, I'm gonna call it right now. This thing's gonna be Water Fairy, but like the third evolutionary state. Fire Fairy. Water Fairy. I can't talk today. Good lord. And then here is, there's more shots of like the landscape. Pretty sure this girl is either the professor's wife, because you can see a wedding ring in one of the photos. Like, he has a wedding ring on. It's either his wife or your mom. Because the going theory right now is that you do not live in the Alola region. You are actually visiting from another region, which I think you're visiting from Kalos, because that trainer, he looks an awful lot like Calum in the face, like the main trainer, like the default trainer from X and Y. So my theory is that you start you go from Kalos, you come down to Alola, and once you beat the Alola League, you go back to Kalos and you go on the Kalos League, and it's just like Gold and Silver, but with Kalos and Alola. So, like, people are saying that this could be her mom, but she looks more like she belongs with like Kukui. When you're like basically the default, it's white. I mean, who knows? Like they show in the trailer, you're white as a button. It doesn't really fit. It just doesn't fit. And these guys, holy crap! Is this lion thing? Is it ripped? This thing is easily one of the best legendaries ever designed. Immediately, it's going to be like, it's basically a Pyroar that's ascended to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. Confirmed. Just look at it. Like, I didn't even notice this. Like, literally, these pillars are, it's the Sun and Moon logo. It's their logo. Which means, guys, like, those, like, throwaway logos, they actually mean something. It's their logo. And then this guy. So, the lion, I'm calling to be Fire Electric, I think. Because either Fire or Electric, they wouldn't do Fire normal again. They would not make a literal legendary version of Pyroar. They just won't. So it's either going to be Fire Electric. Would they make it? No, this thing is not fairy. It is too ferocious to be fairy. I honestly don't know where I would put this thing. Because usually the legends balance each other out, except like in X and Y, Xerneas beat the crap out of Yveltal. Because fairy beats dark. But Sun and Moon, light and dark, they need to like counteract each other somehow. Or you can't see it, like counteract each other somehow. So I don't know, what would you call? I'm gonna call it either Fire Electric or Fire, or just straight up pure Fire. It'll be one of the few legendaries that is like back to being a pure Fire type, or Fire Psychic. And then this thing. So originally, based off the names alone, I was going to be Team Moon. Because, like, the moon's cool to me. I was like, it's dark, it's majestic, I like it. I like the color black. Shout out to my shirt. But it's like got a Count Dracula kind of vibe. Like, it legit looks like a vampire. Which is, well, the moon, obviously, but like, did I get a screenshot of its attack? And like, look at this. He charges a beam from like 6 parts of his body. It's incredible. I'm honestly torn. Well, not really. I've chosen Team Sun. I'm officially on Team Sun. Because this lion is literally one of the best designed Pokemon I have ever seen. It is thick. It's majestic. It's amazing. And then, don't get me wrong, the Moon Legendary, he's also amazing. It's just personally the lion speaks to me more because, well, Lion King. It's like literally the spirit of Mufasa after he died as a Pokemon. It's sick. But I'm gonna call this thing going to be. I got it. Fire Psychic for the lion, and Dark Fairy for this guy. Because either Dark Fairy or Fairy Flying. Either the Fire Psychic and the Fairy Dark counteract each other. Wait. How does that work? Because Psychic is immune to Dark, and then Fairy is resisted by Fire. That's wild. I don't know. They're both amazing. I cannot wait. And then the release date, November 18th, 2016. So Not December, like I was worried about, but... And then November 23rd for the other parts of the world. Sorry, guys. Nintendo just... Or not Nintendo, Game Freak just kind of makes me sad a little bit when they do that, but... And the official box art, which... Just look at it! It's literally a Pyroar that's ascended! He trained with Wheeze! Is that his name? I forget the name of Beerus's, like, butler dude. I think it's Weeb or Wheeze, something like that. But, these games are going to be the best Pokemon games out there. So, that is my take on this little adventure, y'all. So, I'm gonna head out. If you like today's video and you want more Sun and Moon news and information, throw a shuriken at the like button. Make sure you click the subscribe button also below this video. It helps me out a bunch. We are so close to 20 subscribers. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but to me it is a lot. I appreciate everyone that watches my videos. I will see you all in the next video. I think I'll have an episode of Emerald out tomorrow, hopefully. So with that being said, bye guys!